Hey crypto bros, hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are and you're enjoying the current state of the market. Before we get started into this video, give this video a thumbs up. It does help me out a lot. Lets me know you guys are enjoying the content I'm coming out, and consider subscribing if you are brand new here. We come out with crypto videos that are TA and news driven. Turn on that bell notification so you get notified when we upload a video, because this information is time sensitive and you don't want to miss it. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, take a look at some of the news. We're going to look at the word around the crypto market and kind of go from there. Now, we're back with another live stream, and I hope you guys give this video a thumbs up. I do enjoy doing these live streams. The only thing I would like is if you guys can engage in these live streams. That way, if you want me to take a look at some charts or anything that you guys want me to talk about, we can definitely go ahead and do that during this live stream. But there is a lot to talk about here, and we'll just go ahead and get started with the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We can see it's still hovering around 8, and this is a very historic lows for Bitcoin since the birth of the crypto market. And 8, guys, 8, we are in extreme panic, extreme fear. There is no hope in sight, and literally the whole crypto market is literally quiet at the moment. But that's why we're here. We're here at Crypto Bros to essentially pump you up and let you know that, listen, this is not over. The bear market is where you are actually made. And this is the perfect time where you need to be investing in this market so that you are financially well off in the future. And we know what is happening today in the crypto space. We know what is happening financially in this economic rough times that we are in. Look, these are historic times. We have never experienced something like this, right? Where we had Fed rate hikes essentially bring us down to a bear market. And these are historic times, guys, and you got to take advantage of these times that we are in. But again, 8, relatively low for Bitcoin. Now we can see Bitcoin at the moment, right? We're trying to put in a bounce. However, again, it's being rough. It's getting rough out there. And again, our key target areas, we've been talking about this and discussing this, is the all-time high from 2017, which is around $19,000 area. And this is a very key critical area. What happens to the crypto market if we go below $19,000? What's going to happen to the crypto space, guys? Is there going to be a more additional panic and fear of selling? Or are we basically capitulated, and this is just a slow ride down, right, to lower and lower prices? Well, again, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But again, next support area is $19,000. Again, very psychological in terms of this. But let's take a look at Celsius here. Okay, Celsius has actually had a nice bounce. And if we were to measure this out, right, from this wick to the current price, you can see that we are up 376% on the Celsius price. Again, Celsius facing a lot of issues. They stopped withdrawals on their exchange, right? And I feel very bad for the people that are experiencing this. But again, hard lessons have to be learned, and you have to understand you cannot keep your crypto in exchanges or any centralized exchange for that matter. Yes, they are taking their funds and going out to MakerDAO, these decentralized platforms to essentially get yield. Well, you can actually do that yourself. Why do you need a middleman like Celsius? The whole point, right? The whole point of crypto is that you eliminate the middleman and go directly to that code or to that developer's platform, so you can actually earn yield. And Hex, again, Hex has been great for this, right? Hex was built for these purposes so that you don't have to use a middleman. You mint your own yield. And what is better than that, guys? Why would you depend on a centralized entity to basically get your yield, knowing that if anything happens, they could just basically freeze your funds, take your funds, and you're out of luck? So what is the point of that, guys? What is the point of that? But again, Celsius, again, bouncing back from the lows that we've seen of 8 cents, and we're currently sitting around 43 cents. Look, if they open up withdrawals on the exchange, okay, if they were to open up withdrawals on the exchange, it is going to be very difficult for them to stop these investors or users of their platform to withdraw their money, because they've lost a lot of trust, okay, within their customer base. They've lost a lot of trust in them. But again, things like this happen. I was involved in the KuCoin hack. I lost a lot of trust in KuCoin, the exchange. Again, the only reason I used KuCoin at the time of the hack and when they stopped withdrawals was because I was trading, right? And I no longer trade on that platform. I use different exchanges to basically trade. And again, will Celsius survive if they can maintain, again, their margin call? You can see here, right? They keep adding in order for them not to get liquidated. And you can see collateral locked is about $500 million, guys, just more than $500 million. And this is a lot of money in the crypto space. And if this was to get wiped out and liquidated, well, you can see Bitcoin go down a lot further, and we are talking price targets of even $10,000 to $11,000. Okay, and this aligns with what a lot of people have been discussing throughout this channel. But again, that doesn't mean that it's gonna hit. And there's a lot of players right now that are over leveraged. A lot of institutions, a lot of big whales that are over leveraged, that have taken a lot of loans essentially, and they're currently getting margin calls because Bitcoin has substantially lost a lot of value. And because it's lost a lot of value, you can see there's a lot of panic right now with the big whales. We don't know what's going to happen with these big whales if they get liquidated, right? The whole cycle resets itself. The whole cycle resets itself, and this is a great example of getting a margin call and losing all your funds when you are over leveraged. The whole point of this, guys, in order to survive this whole cycle, right? We see this throughout Bitcoin's history, right? When we are overbought, okay, we see these cycles essentially bring us down, right? Try to humble us. We get humbled because at times we get greedy, and these markets are emotional, they're irrational, and investors, they get greedy, they get fearful. So we enter these cycles. You can see here, right? Anytime we've hit these red spots on the rainbow chart, we've been essentially entering a bear market. And you can see throughout Bitcoin's history that anytime we've been in these blue areas, they've been a great opportunity, a basic sale for you to get into Bitcoin and these crypto assets. Now, when I talk about crypto assets, you have to be invested in assets that are going to be here long term. And yeah, it's the only way to do it, guys. It's the only way. But again, you can see here, anytime we've hit these blue lined areas on this chart, they've been great opportunity for us to either dollar cost average and then start that nice bull run that we get every few years from here. Again, we saw this in 2017, 2018, and we reached the top of this red area, this red key area, around $19,000, and then we basically capitulated around that blue area again. Okay, so it was a basic fire sale that we had. And same thing with the pandemic lows that we had as well too, around the 2020 areas. And this was a basic fire sale area as well too. And then you can see we reached the orange area. So we didn't make it during this bull run to the red area because, again, these gains are diminishing over time, right? So the gains are diminishing over time. And then we're about to we're just knocking on the door of the blue area. Are you going to respond? Are you going to answer? Are you going to want to invest in Bitcoin when it drops to the blue area that we have right here, right? And that's the blue area is centering around $18,000 to $19,000. Are you going to take that opportunity to either dollar cost average or go all in? Now, you shouldn't go all in, right? You should be a smart investor, understand how to capitalize on this. And we talk about portfolio management here at Crypto Bros. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Why not, guys? Why not? We're coming out with a live stream, doing this for you guys. And I hope you enjoy it, right? I hope you guys enjoy it and you're getting something out of it. Again, we learn together so that we can succeed together. at the end of the day. But throughout history of Bitcoin, this could possibly go down even further, right? It can invalidate this. But again, the next halving that we see here is going to be around 2024. And any time right here during these areas should be a great accumulation phase for the next halving, guys. It is not trying to time the market, but it is trying to understand that this bear market is going to take its time to play out and that you have a lot of opportunity on your hand. However, you have to be able to capitalize and get some income streams to be able to invest into Bitcoin and these crypto assets. Again, we've never faced anything like this where we've had economic collapse around all assets, right? And when times where gold should be going up, it's not going up, right? Or silver should be going up, it's not going up. And you see Fed rate hikes. So there's this storm that's building up that we've never historically seen before. And this is just a big experiment that we are in currently right now. However, how are you going to hedge yourself against inflation when they start the printer back again? Because eventually they will start the printer back up again, guys. And the only thing that we know is that a lot of people are going to get hurt by what is happening with these interest rate hikes, and people are going to push back against the government to essentially print more money. And what does that do? It restarts the cycle once again. And let's go ahead and just quickly talk about Michael Saylor here with his MicroStrategy. We'll get into Hex. I know you guys have been waiting for Hex, but MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor is coming out and tweeting. Again, he still believes in his position in Bitcoin. He has not changed his thesis. Okay, he is hodling, and he is becoming an OG of the crypto market, guys. When you're down $1 billion, okay, when you are down $1 billion, guys, and you are able to keep your composure, and you are able to maintain your stance on Bitcoin, because he knows what the bigger picture is. He knows what is in store for the long run, and he understands that inflation is knocking at his door, and he needs to answer that door. He's ringing that doorbell, and he's saying, listen, man, I ain't going to be affected by inflation. So he's answering the call with Bitcoin, okay? He is answering the call with Bitcoin. And he's getting all pumped up because he's down $1 billion, and he needs to prove to everybody in the crypto space, listen, I'm a hodler. I'm going to stay here in the game for a long run. But you know what? He has a margin call. But his margin call, guys, look, he's saying he can withstand a price of Bitcoin of $3,500, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, if Bitcoin were to drop to 3,500, would you be able to handle that when these altcoins are going down even further from here, right? Are you able to withstand a Bitcoin of $3,500? Well, Michael Saylor is able to withstand that price, and I think this is just tremendous. He has a lot of conviction in Bitcoin, so it's just great to see what is happening in the crypto market and how Michael Saylor has been this figure in the market that, listen, he's here to stay, and he wants to stay, and he believes in Bitcoin in the long run. Again, $1 billion, guys. He is down $1 billion roughly when Bitcoin hit around the price targets of the lower $22,000 area. But again, guys, this is crazy. Never seen this before. So historic times we are living in. Again, something to note that I think Raoul Paul says very, very clearly is that you should not be over leveraged in your position, right? You should not be over leveraged. You should not use leverage when making trades, right? Build your own capital. Understand that when you are building your own capital, right, that you can perform capital management on your trades so that you're not using all your funds on one trade. You're not nervous, right? When you go to bed, okay, you're not nervous and keep looking at your phone and you don't even get that sleep, because psychologically, guys, this will affect you. And you should not be over leveraged. You shouldn't use leverage at all. You should build yourself from $100 to $1,000 and maybe put a couple $100 in the trade. Don't use all your funds. Don't use all your capital in one trade. Diversify. into other assets. Okay, and especially when trading, when it comes to trading, it's more a mental game than anything else. And I think a lot of people really don't understand that mentality that it takes in order for you to become a trader or a long-term investor in this market. This market is very volatile. Okay, the market is very volatile. Listen, you could end up in the street one day, right, eating a burger. The next day you can be eating a steak right around the corner, right? Because we feel these highs and lows in the crypto market, and this is the benefits of the volatility that comes into the market, right? But you got to understand, when you're eating that steak, listen, there's something behind your shoulder saying to you, listen, we got to take some profits. These days are not going to last, and we got to be here for the long term. You got to understand that this is a long-term game, guys, and you got to take profits when time is due, right? And you don't have to time the market. You don't have to time the market, guys. The market plays the cycles. However, you could have taken profit at $50, $45, $60,000 and basically get in at these levels. Can we go any lower? Yes, you can definitely go any lower. Dollar cost average into your position, guys. You have to understand this is key. Okay, this is key, guys, that you essentially dollar cost average and don't rush into anything. Don't use leverage. That is the most important thing here. Now let's just jump into Hex, guys. Okay, give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot, guys. Doing live streams here for you guys. I enjoy them. Listen, I love communicating with you guys. Let me know in the comment section here below. Hex Petition says sailor, that is. He is a sailor, guys. He is a sailor in this crypto market. He's leading his boat, the crypto boat. He is leading that crypto boat to the promised land. He's leading it to the promised land because he understands what is ahead of him, right? So that is what a sailor does, guys. That's what a sailor does. Anyways, moving on to Hex. Again, what we want to see here, we want to see that lower high get put in right here, guys. Okay, we want to see a higher low get put in, and there's opportunity for a trade here. Again, we've been discussing this a lot on this channel, and we are seeing roughly around 65% upside if we were to get a bounce in some of these altcoins and Bitcoin. However, we have to wait for confirmation. If you are DCAing, this is a great opportunity for Hex. Again, we've been talking key areas on Hex that we could go down to the 1 cent area. And there's a lot of opportunity here. But let's say you bought at the 3 cent area, and then it comes down to the 1.5 cent. Now you're down 50%, guys. Almost more than 50%. Let's measure this out. Yeah, you're kind of down 55%. So are you able to handle another 55% drop in price? And a lot of people argue with me for some reason that we can't continue to go down any further throughout the week. That, just because we're down 50% today, we can't go down another 50% tomorrow on price. Guys, just measure this out, okay? You're currently sitting at 3.5 cents. I mean, what's there to argue about? You're sitting at 3.5 cents, and it goes down another 50%. You're at 1.5 cents, right? You're further down than 50%. So I don't understand the psychological level that people have, right? Like, come on, guys. Like, even I understand some people are new to this space. That is fine. But listen, the most important thing here is the dollar cost average. However, what I'm presenting to you is that I am taking this trade. Okay, listen. This is not financial advice. You should be doing your own research at the end of the day, guys. I'm here showing you what I'm doing, and in hopes that you learn something and that we learn together. But at the end of the day, right, I'm not financially responsible for what you do, right? You should be doing your own research and understanding what is happening in the crypto space. But again, there is an upside here that we can take, once we get to this resistance line that we've been facing since May of 2022, that we will get rejected, put in a lower high, and then start to see another downspill, right, to the 1.5 cent area, and then start that process again. So until we get confirmation that we've broken away from this resistance, we can get a little bit of a consolidation in this area, retest these levels, right, around the 7-8 cent area, then again, we're still in a downtrend, guys. You gotta zoom out, look at the bigger picture. The lower time frames tell you it paints a picture for the bigger time frames, right? It puts those spots when you see a paint, right? You're looking at a Picasso, or you're looking at whatever you're looking at. I don't know. You're looking at Mother Teresa's painting. You got to understand, guys, that, listen, the artist took time to paint that, right? He took time to paint that, just like it's happening on the lower time frames. You're painting the lower time frames, okay? They got to do the Trump thing here. You know what I'm saying? Trump, you know how Trump does this? So lower time frames is painting the bigger picture for you guys. So you got to understand that. The bigger picture is where it's at. You got to zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and become like Trump at some points like this. You know how Trump does it? He talks like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy this live stream, you know, communicating here with me, you know, I enjoy this. So give it a thumbs up if you do. Anyways, guys, that's what I'm seeing on Hex here. Again, Ethereum, we're looking at lower price targets of $500 to $600. If Bitcoin can't hold that $19,000 area from the psychological level of 2017. Again, there is a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot. You just have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Is there a bounce due? Yeah, there's definitely a bounce due. When you throw a ball, okay, and that ball doesn't bounce, it doesn't have any air, and that's what we don't have right now. There's no air in the ball, guys. We got to pump it up. We got to pump that ball up so it actually can bounce for us, so we can get a little bit of bounce here, guys. We need a bounce. We need a bounce here. Where's the bounce? We're not seeing any bounce or confirmation of a bounce on the macro time frames. Come on, guys. Where's the bounce? I don't see a bounce here. But, again, I want to see a bounce come in, but if we do get a bounce, I can surely tell you that I'll be selling that bounce off in my trading portfolio. Got to make this aware. In my trading portfolio, not my long-term portfolio, but in my short-term trades, that if we were to come to this trend line, right, on Ethereum here, which would see us put in price targets of $2,000, which aligns right here, right? It aligns with this area. This key area for us around the 2,000, 2,100 area, which is a great area to take some profits and then just basically ride the wave down, hopefully back to 600 or wherever. But this is going to take time, guys. A lot of people rush. And if you look at Yano, I don't know if I butchered his name, but he's saying here, Luna sent us into stage 2. In stage 2, diamond hands became forced sellers. They sell not because they want to, but because they have to. Celsius doesn't want to sell. They might have to sell. Okay? There will be more funds, companies, and individuals like Celsius. So just keep in mind, guys, that Celsius is the tip of the iceberg. A lot of people will get laid off in the crypto space. A lot of projects will die out. So can you handle, right? Can you handle that? Can you handle where your project does not survive? Are you over leveraged in an altcoin that you think is not going to survive? So overthink your portfolio, guys. And that's what we talk about here, right? And I think Yano here, he has a nice thread. He's talking about, you know, what's coming and what's most likely to come during this bear market. Because, again, guys, into the next halving, it's going to take some time. 2023, 2024. Long time for us to essentially either capitulate and bore a lot of people out. You know, just consolidation bores people out. Like when you're watching paint dry, it bores you out. You don't want to be watching paint dry because it's going to take a long time for that paint to actually dry, right? But that's when you want to be watching that paint. You want to start brushing a little bit even further. You know, maybe dollar cost average into your position, right? Maybe change the color a bit. Try to do something a little bit differently, right? But again, guys, the whole outcome of the crypto space changes in a matter of time. And I hope you guys just kind of clearly see that over time. So he's saying here, stage 2, any bounce will immediately be sold into. So again, we talked about this. Any bounce that we see here will get sold on the macro scale because, again, this is a bear market, guys. This is a bear market, and the bear markets can be brutal. Companies that need high token prices will be crushed. Founders that buy their own tokens to sustain their project, they'll also get crushed. So understand, is your project solvent? Can they handle the bear market in the next year or two? Do they have enough capital safe sideline to ensure that their project basically survives. The lower prices go, the louder the bears get, guys. Man, this is like this is pumping me up right now. You know what I'm saying? The bears get louder as time goes on, right? They just crush you. The weight of the bear crushes you because they are so heavy, right? The bear is so heavy. When the bull comes, he's quick, right? He's quick. He's basically fast, and that's what happens in the bull market. We go up in price fast. You know, we make these higher highs and higher lows, where the bear just crushes you with his weight. So the louder they get, guys. This creates a vicious cycle. Again, in stage 2, price crash violently. Excitement is replaced by anger. We're already kind of seeing that a lot of people are angry, you know, with Terra Luna, UST, Celsius, all that stuff. Stage 3, bottomless exhaustion. After max pain comes max exhaustion, guys. So people get exhausted. They just want to shut off their computer, their laptop, their trading view, their portfolio, whatever you're watching the price on. Okay, it could be on your grandmother's phone. I don't know. But at the end of the day, people get exhausted. Okay, they get exhausted, and it's just the way it is. And the new cycle begins, and max pain comes. You know, max pain, the game. Max pain takes over, and that's basically it. During stage 3, you'll want to walk away. Regulators will kick us while we're down. Your favorite YouTuber or Twitter degens will go quiet. Web2 investors will quietly stop allocating. Talented builders will leave. Companies will shut down. You'll question every assumption you had. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. When everybody is shutting off, this is where you go in and you actually invest, guys. Again, this takes time. Don't rush into anything, but just understand that there will be bounces along the way. And if you're playing those bounces to your advantage, they are a great opportunity to accumulate for the long run. Again, the last stage, stage 3, is the toughest to survive, guys, because it takes so long. It's so crushing. The weight of the bear is on you, and he is just howling on you. He's ripping you apart. Just like Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie where he's just getting crushed by the bear. The weight of the bear crushes a lot of people during the bear market, and people just seem not to understand that, guys. People do not understand the weight of the bear. He's thousands of pounds, okay? I've never weighted a bear, but I'm just telling you, the bear weighs a lot, okay? If you're going to be in his environment, you want to kind of run away, you know, you want to do things. You want to try to survive. And that's what you're trying to do in the crypto market. You're trying to survive the bear, you know. You're trying to, you know, maintain yourself so you can actually, you know, see few further days in your life, right? So anyways, guys, again, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture, guys. And that's what we stress here at Crypto Bros. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, guys. We're doing live streams here for you. Consider subscribing if you're brand new, or if you like this content I'm coming out with, okay, where I'm kind of speaking to the mic like I'm The Rock, you know, I'm cooking something, and you enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Until next time, bros, as always